Claire Fraser, played by Catriona Balfe, and Jamie, Sam Hugan, spent 20 years apart when the time-traveling medic went back to her own time ahead of the Battle of Culloden. Fearing she would be stuck in Scotland alone if Jamie did not survive the battle, Claire returned to her husband Frank Randall, Tobias Menzies, in the 20th century. While they have since reunited and set up a home on Fraser's Ridge, the impending American Revolutionary War could pull them apart once more. Fans have been treated to a new trailer and opening credits for Season 6 of Outlander, which will return on March 6. In the trailer, Claire is seen panicked and worried about the impending war as she knows how devastating it could be. The medic is still recovering from the sexual assault she endured at the end of Season 5, and the prospect of more violence on the Ridge will leave her unsettled. While Jamie is close by and has sworn to protect her, the tensions on and around the Ridge could make it impossible for Claire to stay. As signs are put up around the Ridge informing settlers to refuse British goods, Claire comments, "It's starting. A storm, the war, it's almost here." Could Jamie, worried for his wife, insist she return to the 20th century with their daughter Brianna Fraser, Sophie Skelton, and their young family? Claire will not want to be apart from Jamie, but could resign herself to the fact it will be safer for her to be away from the events of the 18th century. If Claire was forced to leave her husband, fans would be heartbroken to see them split, but also fearful they would never reunite. Thankfully, it seems unlikely the pair will be separated by time once more. In fact, the shortened Season 6 is likely to focus on the events leading up to the Revolutionary War rather than any fights or battles. Claire will, however, still need support from her family as she continues with her recovery and tries to feel safe on the Ridge. Actress Catriona recently teased, psychologically, she's really struggling from having the attack at the end of last season. She's someone who's always been able to compartmentalize things and been able to put things in a box and move on. But this is something she's unable to do that with. She's really struggling emotionally and mentally to keep her feet on the ground and keep moving forward. Catriona added to the Los Angeles Times, viewers will see Claire approaching the menopause. This season it was really amazing because for the first time I got to explore Claire in a way where she's more destabilized than she ever has been before, she continued. That's a lot to do with the events of last season, but I also talked to a lot of women, and there's a lot going on in the UK press in the last year about women who go through menopause and how that can really destabilize you and change your ability to cope with things. I was definitely bleeding that into what was going on in this season,